Welcome to the realm where the lasers beam bright. Rich Patrick and Jeremy lighten up your night, cutting through the dark with a laser beam. We're really glad you could join the stream. We're the laser makers, we're setting the pace. From engraving to cutting in this high-tech chase, whether wood or metal, glass or stone, we bring the magic right into your home. So gather round wherever you roam, find inspiration in our maker's dome. Subscribe and like, get in the game with Rich Patrick and Jeremy. Remember the names. Ideas light up, projects take form in the maker's realm. Creativity is the norm, so light the beam. Let's start the play with the laser makers, where we create every day.
What's up?
Hey, everybody.
Only one Rich tonight. And
Howdy,
he's over there.
Yes, and I've got the glasses on that you were wearing last week.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
No, that's I specifically went and got a different color. See? Mine are green.
Uh-oh.
Well, I might have to go get a different color. Excuse me. I'll be back in a moment.
Hey, everybody. We've got a good show for you tonight. We've got a lot of files for you. We've got some. I got my headset on tonight, so
Earbuds.
it's the earbuds is a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mine
Mine too.
Anyway, we've got a great show for you tonight. We're glad to see so many people here already, and we've got a bunch of different files for you, and we're doing a Christmas theme because it's already November 2nd, and we know that a lot of people need time to get their Christmas things out, even though Thanksgiving is still coming. I guess we'll do that next live stream. But you know, Christmas is probably more important, so we're concentrating on that Christmas theme this week. We've got a bunch of different files for you, so that's what we're doing tonight. I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. I think these earbuds are making me think twice. I can actually hear myself in them. But anyway, I've got a bunch of handmade ornaments that are double-sided that I did about 6 years ago, and I'll talk to you about that in just a couple minutes. First, let's see what the other guys have got going on for tonight. So, Patrick, what are you doing tonight?
I have Christmas ornaments as well. They're in the file, and the link is already in the description on all 4 channels, so you shouldn't have a problem finding it tonight.
And on the LaserMakersRome.com. LaserMakersRome.com.
Yep,
LaserMakersRome. Yeah, the links are already posted.
So here's my ornaments. This one needs, I'll explain this whenever I go to run it, but here's what it looks like. Okay. But these have to be ran on both sides for this one particular ornament. Then I have this guy.
Oh, that's cool. 3-dimensional.
Focused on the ornament.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy's in there. And my wife painted these, by the way. I didn't. I hate painting. And she does a way better job than I would. And then there's this one.
That's super. I love it.
And then there's a fourth one, and it is one that has, if you look in the file, it's the one that has the deer. It is very fragile. So my first test went well. Then my second one, I wanted to redo it and fix one thing. And that one, I ended up breaking it, but it's fragile. Be careful with it. Let's see.
Okay.
Been up to that, and let's see. I guess that's it.
All right, so let's go to Jeremy. Jeremy, what are you doing tonight?
Mine are. Let me see. Where did I put that picture?
You're doing fiber tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the fiber laser, and these are mine. I'm doing full color on stainless. These are 2-inch stainless steel that you can get on Amazon, and this is what I'm doing. And I've got one queued up on the fiber. I'm going to do all 4 of these tonight. So. Yeah, that's what they look like.
All right. So I guess I will, I guess I'll show you mine for tonight. Here's a couple of the samples. Let's see. I don't even know what camera that is. Number 2. There we go. So these are, that one in the middle is a door hanger. So that's 10.5 inches wide, as you can see in the, with the ruler on there. And the rest of them that I've got for tonight, and that, by the way, that's 7.5 millimeter MDF with a white oak laminate on both sides. I've had those in the shop for a couple of years, and I've never used them, so I figured I'd use one and see how it would come out. But these are all hand-drawn about 6 years ago on a tablet. And I've just recently, just this week, brought these into Lightburn as DXF files. So I'll be sharing these and more with you. Let me see. I guess I can go to that camera. Hang on one second and show you the other ones. Mine are also double-sided, by the way. I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. So here's some of the other ones. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, or if this camera is going to pick these up. Christmas tree, double-sided. Got a Christmas star. It's double-sided. And these, by the way, are designed to be antique-looking. So, you know, these are antique-looking by design. These other ones that I've got over here are modern. This is another one.
Those are cool. I like those.
And the last one that I tried to fix to get it perfectly round, but didn't quite work out perfectly, but it's okay. Still acceptable. So these are the files that I'll be doing for tonight. And let me show you these in Lightburn so that you can get a better idea. And let me see if I can make this screen bigger. There we go. All right, so on the left side of my file, and you'll see the modern ones. On the right side are the antique ones. And if we zoom way in on these were done on a tablet. So let me show you what they look like. I've never really explained this the right way before. So they look like really crazy when you're doing this, but these are pen brushes is what these are. So, you know, the tablet has different levels of sensitivity. And when you draw it, you actually see this. So, but when you're bringing this into Lightburn, you know, it may look a little weird unless you have your window over here, which I don't think I can show you this, or I don't know if you can see this or not, but you need to have it either filled coarse or filled smooth in order to see this filled like that. So you've got, let's see, I think I've got 1, 2, I think there's 12. Oh, here's the art library over here. Let's see. Holidays, here we go. No, that's not it. I guess I don't have it loaded. No, I don't have that particular library loaded. Let me see if I can load it real quick. And there we go. So there's 12 altogether, including this sign over here. So there's 11 ornaments and then this big 10.5-inch sign. And one thing that I want to talk about tonight that we probably don't talk about enough is that when you get a Lightburn file, now in my download, you're going to get the Lightburn file as well as the art library. But in Patrick's and Jeremy's, you're just going to get the Lightburn file. And you might have a different laser than we have with a different origin. So when you open that file, the graphics might be upside down, or they might be backwards, or both. You know, could be any of those combinations. You just have to select the graphic and mirror it or flip it, whatever you need to do to get it in the right orientation. So we probably don't talk about that enough. You know, if you download the Lightburn file, it doesn't look right. It's just a matter of mirroring it and flipping it to get it to look right. So you won't have to worry about it with my file because I've got that Lightburn art library if the Lightburn file doesn't open properly for you. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight.
Before we go any further, there's a comment I want to address.
Yeah, we're going to
this one.
Get to the load.
See that? Here, let me address that for you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you should do that.
As long as we don't talk about it. And this was recorded earlier today.
Don't talk about it, Jeremy.
So there you go.
No. Pop did say that the
just out having a little fun since it wasn't raining.
Yeah, I should.
You know, we all have
range at the house.
You know that we all have firing ranges at the house, right? All right, so let me just get rid of that comment real quick. Okay, so let's say hello to everybody. Hello to everybody that's in the comments. I see we've got Don here from Idaho. Tony is here, Tony Lafort. We've got Terry Lee Bailey, Darren Anton. I don't know. That seems like a new name. Welcome, Darren. Jerry is here from 3D HP. Let's see. We've got Pop Moose. Pop had some surgery, and he's having some problems after the surgery. So I'd like to ask everybody to say a prayer for him. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but they're not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Haven't been able to stop his bleeding. So if we can all just take a moment for Pop and say a prayer, wish him luck, whatever it is that you'd like to do, I'd appreciate it.
Already
Rusty
done that.
Girls Creative Designs in Mississippi. Okay, so welcome. That's a new name here.
Thank you.
Robbie Smith from Texas. Flying Photos from, that's another new name, Flying Photos from Manitoba, Canada.
Welcome, welcome.
Edward Borman is here. William Talmadge. I mean, we have 153 people watching right now. I'm just going through some of the comments. Hello to everybody, by the way. Let's see. My earbuds are falling out. Okay, let me get those back in place. That looks like a new name, Gary Campman. It looks like we have a lot of new folks in here tonight. Mark Bingham. Edward is one of our channel members. Yes, thank you, Edward, for that. Herb Browning is here from Pine Valley, California. Christina Mazzer. Okay, I hope I got that right, Christina. Is here from Oregon. Joe Bloodstone is here. There's Pop right there. And Jim Pitts is here from Wichita, Kansas. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use these earbuds again. Let me see, I got to... Hang on one second.
Hey, I want to show, while you're figuring those out for a second, I want to show everybody. We had our dog unexpectedly passed away on Monday, and she liked to shred paper and tissues and napkins and cardboard. I mean, she shredded everything. So my son had said, Dad, why don't we put a napkin on her gravesite? And I thought, you know what? I have some steel that Jeremy had sent me, and I have a laser. So why don't I just make her a little little memorial and put a napkin on the steel that I can put on the cross that will mark her little grave. So then my wife and I got her paw print, and then I put it on the steel and gave it a nice clear coat front and back so it won't rust. But I don't know. I thought I'd show this as a way for maybe you guys, if you have somebody who has a pet that's passed away, this is one way to make a little memorial marker.
Yeah, you might want to check your connection there, Patrick. You're fading quickly.
Yeah.
Daryl looks like a new name here from Wisconsin via Florida. It looks like Carl is here from Florida. Richard Manny from Goose Creek, South Carolina, another new name. Dave Spider. I don't know why we have so many new names tonight. A lot of new people here. Welcome. We're glad you found us.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of new names. Bob, Harold, Poughkeepsie, New York. Jerry Richmond is here. Steve Smith from Oregon. Rob Matthews is here. Wales in the UK. Welcome. Chuck Peterson, another new name. Harvey from the UK. Welcome, everybody. Lots of people from all over the world. California, Michael Bingham.
Thank you, everyone in chat, for all the support.
Pie-eyed. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to go through this as you talk.
Yeah, I was going to say a week prior to the day, our dog died too. So Patrick and I had a little pity party chat when all that happened.
Yeah, it was rough.
I took a big rock and took a diamond bit on my grinder and dropped it down flat, polished it, and then put it under the fiber laser and made a thing for our dog for the girls. So, yeah.
Oh, by the way, going back to Jerry real quick. Jerry, that was your streaming software that was having that problem earlier. Oscar.
Jerry, I was going to join your stream today, and I didn't get a chance to. I had an important phone call, and then I was passing some football with my son and didn't make it. I'm sorry. Hopefully in 2 weeks I will.
Welcome, Chad. Chan is one of our channel members.
Thank you, V. Yeah, we had her for 13 years. So she was my second oldest daughter's best friend. So it was kind of rough on her.
Man. Yeah, ours was eating bacon for pizza crust on Saturday, and by Monday she crashed, and we put her in the vehicle, rushed her to the vet. We had already called them, and they were expecting us, and we made it not even 5 minutes, and she was gone.
Wow. Welcome, Kevin. Kevin's also one of our channel members tonight. That's a familiar name. Okay, we're almost through these, and I'm going to get my laser fired up in a minute and show you some of the tricks that I use to make these.
Well, my camera actually works on my fiber laser tonight, so I'm going to pop that up, make myself disappear, and I'm going to hit the go button because I got 4 to do.
Christy is another one of our channel members. Thank you for being a channel member. Sergio is here tonight. Sergio, is that a new logo you got there? It looks nice. Nebraska. Well, we have too many comments to post them all up, so let's go ahead and get started. Just say hello to everybody. Hey, Sharon.
One note for my file. I didn't even think about it. You guys are going to get notices that it was created in a different version of Lightburn. Just ignore that. I am a private beta tester, and I made it on the newest version, so you will get that notice. Just ignore it.
Okay. Thank you for that super sticker, Pie-Eyed. Send a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pie-Eyed.
any of the donations that you make to the channel go to the guys to buy supplies so that we can keep making more videos. We appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to get set up on my laser to start cutting these. And because all of these were hand drawn, they're not perfect circles. So when you cut out one side and then you go to put it back into the laser again, the other way, what happens is, oh, these earbuds are driving me crazy. What happens is they may be off by just a little bit, and I'm going to show you that that doesn't make a difference. So I'm going to jump over to my laser real quick and get set up.
All right, I'm going to pull my Lightburn up on screen for you guys.
Actually, I've already
I can
got
show
the
you
laser.
a little bit more about this file. Let's see. All right, let me go back there. So what you're going to get are the 4 different ornaments. This nativity scene is the one that you will have to burn it, then cut it, and then oops, we got switched. So you'll have to burn that and cut it out, then flip it over, turn off your cut layer, and then just burn it again. But since it does have this cutout where they slide together, it makes for a nice little template for you to just stick it right back in your piece of wood. And then I've also included the template so you can take any ornament and make it into a 3D ornament. So all you have to do is just use these. And if you're not familiar with the Boolean tools, I'm going to do a video and hopefully have that out on Monday, showing you how to do this with any ornament design that you might have to make it into a 3D ornament. And then this is the deer that is very fragile. So if you see these little ornaments hanging down, the antlers, the little trees, it can be done, just be careful. See, Rich has his Lightburn up there. Jeremy's got his right.
Yeah, I'm just moving the laser head out of the way because it blocks the camera. Maybe I should move this up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll do that so that it doesn't block the camera. So I'm using something different tonight. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm all the way over here, but we turn the mic.
Yeah.
I'm using my my dogs, and these are just basic cutouts of wood, and it's probably the best way to hold down your project when you're using a laser. I'm just going to move this up. This is a little bit warped. So.
I did forget to mention, if you arrange them like this, it will fit on a 12 by 12. Kind of stack them up that way.
Okay, I think I'm all set. I'll just have to figure out where that is on the laser. I don't have the original honeycomb in this laser, so I can't use the measurements. Yeah, they're talking about you in the comments there, Patrick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think you check your satellite if you're connected to the right one. You're all blurry.
Well, I had exit connection earlier with my T-Mobile, and it's terrible. I'm going to have to go back to Starlink, but it costs 3 times as much.
Really? Okay, so these are the 2 that I'm going to do in this demonstration, and I'm going to take a wild guess and think that maybe it's probably right about there. And I'll just frame it to see on the laser. Oh, that's almost perfect. Maybe just a little bit more like that. And that's perfect. I'll just check the preview, and let me see if I can bring this onto the screen so that you can see it. And make sure that it's inside that green line. And it is. And let me check my cuts and layers as well. I'll switch back over to the laser while
my T-Mobile box is pointed directly at their antenna on top of the next hill over. It's direct line of sight.
keep doing that.
Probably a half-mile away.
Yep, that all looks good.
Probably need to go reset it.
I'm gonna have to mute myself right now so I can start up my fume extraction.
Is that one done, Jeremy? Ernie, all these files, he's asking if they're for sale. All these files are available to download for free. Links are in the descriptions.
All right, so you can hear me now.
Yes.
Because if I'm not on screen, apparently my mic quits working. So Lightburn just screwed me over big time. I don't know what happened. All of my settings are gone. They changed completely to back to standard, like bare. That's why you saw stuff go fast and stuff go weird. None of my settings are what they should be, and I don't know why that happened. Plus, one of my ornaments just disappeared off my file. So that's interesting stuff.
B, it's entirely possible that my kids are both up there gaming and crowding the bandwidth a little bit. Normally, they know not to do that when I'm streaming, but they probably forgot about it.
How do you go back to a previous day again? I can't remember what that is.
Go to File, Preferences.
Yep.
Load,
is it
press
load press
backup.
folder?
Yeah, load press backup.
Yeah.
Welcome. Pi Eye has just become a new member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the membership. By the way, folks, you can go to LaserMakersRealm.com. Can you hear me?
LaserMakersRealm.com. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can go to LaserMakersRealm.com, and on the left side there, you can sign up for our newsletter, which is it just goes out when we go live. So you'll get it once every 2 weeks as a reminder at about 3:30 in the morning. And that way you can be reminded when we're going live. So if you want to sign up for that, it's a really fast and easy sign up. John, where have you been? Haven't seen anything pop up in my feed, so I got to go look for your channel. I hope they haven't unsubscribed
How you been,
me
Tripod?
Again. Yeah, under the video, you'll see ... more. If you click on that and expand the description, you'll see a link to the file. You can follow along with us in this live stream with these files.
Pop, these files were made after the latest update, so I didn't think I had to do that. Oh, now I got to look to find out what these colors are so I can try to rebuild it again. This will be fun.
You didn't save it?
It should be in the file that you saved.
I burned 3 or 4 of each color of these, each one of these ornaments yesterday, the day before, like over the course of 2 days, turned it off, saved it, everything. And now I didn't even pay attention to my stuff. It's all wrong.
Larry, she uses the acrylic paint pens. So a set of acrylic paint pens. Thank you for the question.
Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. John said he's been under a rock. Many
I have been
haven't
too.
John, I haven't gotten a notification from your channel in like 6 months. I don't know what's going on. And YouTube has been unsubscribing me from channels too without me knowing about it.
I hardly get any notifications from YouTube anymore. I've been feeling terrible for the last month, and the last week I finally started feeling better. So hopefully I will actually have some content coming out soon.
I haven't been making content.
And you guys,
I'm recovering still.
I had all the suggestions. People asking about me being tired all the time. I had my labs done finally on Monday after holding on to labs for almost 3 months just because I was too tired to go get them done. Basically, everything's normal. I didn't have anything come back abnormal.
Oscar, we're using
on the low side.
Oscar, I'm using 3mm birch plywood. I think Patrick is too, and Jeremy is using steel.
Stainless steel, yep.
Sharon says, I recently had to replace the Mark II Air Assist about 2 weeks ago, and the new one quit again. I believe it is probably leaving us in suspense.
That is a cliffhanger.
She hit enter probably before she finished typing. I've done that.
Yeah, I've done that too. It's easy to do. So I have a fill that's finished, that is finishing right now, and then it's going to run a line, and it really sets off that nativity scene by having the line run around the fill.
Yes, and I purposely did not use the line after the fill because I want mine to look antique. Yep, it could be. It's almost winter in West Virginia.
It started about 3 years ago, and it was probably the worst I've ever felt with the previous 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and yeah, it could be a hibernation mode. Or I could be going through the change.
I think the change for men is when you go out and buy a Corvette, Patrick.
I'm not interested in a Corvette.
Well, then you're not going through the change.
I do want an electric bicycle, an e-bike, faster.
I've heard that before.
Okay,
but I don't want a Corvette. See, I'm fairly simple. Or more things to use on my range.
Are stainless honeycomb more sturdy than aluminum ones? Well, it depends on the manufacturer, Bob, because some of them put, like for instance, Rolly Automation, they put supports in it, and others don't. So it depends on the manufacturer. Sharon says, I think it's a connector issue and not the motor. Is it possible to replace the connection? If you ask Leo that in the Facebook group, Sharon, I'm sure they'll make sure that you get that fixed. Man, oh, pause.
I have a question for you, Rich.
For me?
Why is it now that Lightburn all of a sudden is linking everything, and every time I try to click on a color in my color palette to look at it, it says unlink? I've never had that before.
There's a link in everything? Where's the link?
Well, I
Somehow
just
that
had to
got set
restart
as your
Lightburn
default
because it wouldn't let me
settings.
change colors.
Well, if you link a
I-
layer to a setting, that's to ensure that you don't change it. Did somehow your defaults get set to be automatically linked?
Yeah,
Or
well, everything's
would it
changed.
just be a bug?
No, we're not using pre-finished wood.
I have nothing. All right, I'm switching. I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna do something different.
Patrick, did you order a new laser by chance? He's saying that changes when you go out and buy more lasers.
Well, I did buy that fancy laser off of Temu. Does that count?
Yeah. Becoming old. Craig Wilson says because you're becoming old.
I actually
we
think mine
haven't.
might be because my internet is on.
We haven't, but there's a cult following for crickets. Bob, the membership is right below the video on the right side. You'll see become a member. Hey, Carl. Glad to see you back.
Hey, Carl, what's up?
I'm not sure if the Grinch is still copywritten or not. It depends on how old it is. I'm sure that the Disney ones are, yeah. But if you go back and find one from like the 20s or 30s, I don't know. Pop says he's an antique.
Classic.
We have a new member, Airbrush Army, New York City. Thank you so much for joining.
Sweet. Another new name. Thank you.
Yes, another new name. We have another V. Hi, V. Oh, I think I've seen you before. She's been channel surfing, and she wants to say hi to everybody. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Okay. So now when I go into my LaserMATIC profile, all of my settings are there for these. But if I go into my fiber laser, it doesn't work. Everything's messed up.
If you just wait a little bit, I can just download the file, Jeremy. Re-download the file.
Well, I'm going to do something on the LaserMATIC real quick, just to show somebody something. Show people some stuff.
I want you to notice something about this now when it cuts, and something you haven't seen before. With this new air purifier that I've got from Pat Technologies, you won't see a bit of smoke inside the enclosure there. Bob will give you a pass this time. Make sure it doesn't happen again.
Barbara's my neighbor.
Oh, it looks like I don't have my cut setting on. No, I don't from the last time. So let me turn off the engraving and turn on the cut. And hit start again. Okay, these earbuds are driving me crazy because if I smile, it turns off the outside noise. You'll see how all that smoke is just taken right straight out through the back.
Now you can see why the deer is so fragile. It's fancy.
Fragile. It's Italian. That's so funny in that movie when the guy said, Yeah. Oh, it's from Italy. Fragile. If I take them out, then I can't hear anything, Sergio, because I've got my air extraction on. It's definitely Italian, Jim. I'm just going to take this right one out. Hope I can still hear. Jeremy, say something.
I am afraid to say something right now.
Okay, that's much better. It's only the right
Afraid
one.
what's going to come out?
Yeah.
Well, I can't really hear.
PG.
Okay, let me put this one back in. All right. Oh, Lord. There we go. All right, I am going to show you what I'm going to do next. Let me turn this microphone so hopefully you can still hear me. I'll turn off this air extraction for a moment.
Hey, Nipa.
Okay.
I didn't see you pop in there. Jim?
Oh, yeah, I saw her pop in. I was going to say hi, but somebody was talking.
Oh.
So
All
I
right,
did.
so let me show you what I'm
Sergio.
gonna do here now on this.
Aloha, Peter.
I'm going to flip these over without moving this piece of wood, which I'm sure you guys all know how to do this. But if I press down on one side, you can pick it up from the other. Get these little tiny pieces out of here. Just really tiny.
Use a hammer.
Cut pieces.
Use a tiny hammer.
Handy. I don't have something small enough to get inside here. There we go.
Oh, man. We're going to have to get you a tiny hammer.
Yeah, I need a tiny hammer.
Like my real tiny unboxing knife.
Okay, you'll see that because these are hand drawn, that they're not going to fit in here. See how it's sticking up on one side? So it's not like a perfect circle. I'm just going to get it pretty close. And let me flip this one out. And you know what? It figures that this one didn't cut all the way through. I got a screwdriver right here. Oh, come on. You can't be kidding me. Always on a live stream it does this. Something happens. I just made a whole bunch of these and didn't have a single issue.
No, Edward, I should be having spiritual thoughts. I'm not, actually. I'm just glad I misplaced my big hammer because I'd be having it.
Okay, so there I've got them. All right, so here I've got them kind of sort of set in here, right? So what I'm going to do is just take and raise this. I'm going to raise this up just a little bit like that. And you don't have to worry that it's up a millimeter or two because, you know, you have a pretty decent area where it's still going to engrave fine. And all I'm going to do now is go back to Lightburn. And if I can get my mouse over to there, that's green. All my cuts and layers. I'm going to turn off the red, turn back on the black to do the other side, and hit start. So here we go. And I forgot to home the laser, yeah. You know.
Oh, I hate that sound. I do that all the time.
Heard that.
Slam. Dang it.
You know, if they did that song on the radio and they had it, you know, the guess the song contest or the guess sound contest, just played that little snippet, I would be able to guess it. I'd be like, that is the LaserMATIC smashing the rail.
With Yosemite Sam in the background, cussing it out.
Okay, I'm going to start this one over because apparently the homing didn't work. Looks like it's doing it in the wrong place, which it is. Oh, Lord. I just did like 20 of these. Didn't have a single issue.
Hey, guess what? This is real life, people. This happens. We're not all.
Yeah,
We're not
it
all
doesn't
perfect
happen
all
when I'm not on a live
all the
stream.
time. So when you're frustrated, just
Now,
remember,
mine's
we
going
all
to cut
go
out
through it.
perfectly. All these tiny pieces are going to drop out of that deer ornament, and then I'm going to end up breaking it when I put it together. I'm trying to head it off by like the opposite happens of what I say. That would be great.
This is so frustrating that this stuff only happens on live streams.
No, it don't.
It only happens to me on live streams. Actually, I can leave that.
I'll tell you when it happens is when you're having a really good day and the enemy wants to try to get you.
Yeah. Let's see. I have to actually bring Lightburn on the screen so I can see it because it's not on this screen. I'm going to delete this one and just do one of these. And I think if I just move this over and get it frame right, it should be okay. Yeah. Okay. That's the next issue. I'm just going to leave it focused where it is.
So Jerry has a question about homing the laser and it slams. So what you do is just slowly move the laser head up and just a little bit away from where it slams into, and then hit the home button, and it should home.
Yeah.
All right. It's moment of truth. I need a little dental pick.
Yeah, must be a moon phase. Yep. Well, I don't need to get out of my chair to see progress. It's I got the timer on the screen, so.
What was the injury?
It's just me having to see stuff because I have to see stuff. This wasn't tested, so if it doesn't work, that's cool. It's being tested now. But I was going to try something.
Okay. So, wrong way. So for mine, all you have to do is use the template that is left and you grade them on the back. You can see
All right, I'm going to step out for just a second. I'll be right back.
all right, here is the deer. So like I said, it is fragile. You can see how small that is. And then just flip the other two pieces over and rerun your fill layer, and then they're good to go. Turn those off. Now fill, start. Well, I got to put the. Let me stop, home. If I stop in the middle of a job, I always rehome it because it can lose position. Just keep that in mind.
I don't know if anybody.
I'm going to have to jump off. I'm going to have to jump off of here. My wife just came in and told me my brother was in an ATV accident and he's at the hospital. So I'm going to have to go over and see him and check on him.
Oh, man. All right. One more thing to add to the prayer list.
So, yes. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry, I have to check out early, but family first. So,
absolutely.
Have a great evening, and I'll see you in 2 weeks on this channel. I'm probably going to do a live stream on my channel, maybe on Tuesday. We'll see, maybe. So just hit the bell notification or the bell so you hopefully get a notification because those don't always go so well. But yeah, but he was in an ATV accident several years ago that really screwed him up, broke his top of his femur off, and then has had to have knee replacements and stuff, and now crap, he's got another wreck to deal with. So hopefully he's okay. But thank you, everyone. I'll see you later.
All right, keep us posted, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what I'm doing now is, well, I don't know if anybody heard that on the mic or not, if it came through, but something was trying to get into my chicken coop, so I had to I had to rush out there and find out what was going on. But when I got out there, all the lights came on and it scurried off and I couldn't see it. So anyways. All right. So this is the ornament that I was working on with all those different patterns in it. So what I did yesterday, I was sitting here playing around. I blew it up, put it into wood. But I didn't just put it into wood. I made it so that it had layers. So I took and pulled it all apart and then pulled all the individual pieces off so you can color them and do whatever. And then I etched the line in so you can glue it back into place. So this is not in the file. This is just something I was playing with as an afterthought. So there's the Christmas tree one all lined up on that bottom Christmas tree line. So I just thought it was kind of neat. Let the kids, my girls are probably going to color this for me and I'll put it together. Maybe I'll throw a picture up later. But anyways, seeing how my fiber laser was giving me fits on the file, I decided to pull this one out and try it tonight. No, this one is not in the free file. This is just something that I was playing with after I already sent stuff to Rich. So
we'll see you later, Pop Pop. Have a good night. Hope you feel better.
Bye, Pop Pop. So I might just grab.
All right. Well, hopefully this one cut through this time. So we'll see, because I didn't change the focus. Did. Just need to get it out. I wonder if I moved it earlier. No, I don't think so. Try this one more time.
Well, adapt and overcome, right? You have something go wrong, you just do something else.
Yeah. Let me try and get this in as far as I can, which is not going to be very far because these are all hand drawn. And then I'm just going to switch over to Lightburn and come back over here and turn off the cut, turn on the engrave, and hit start, and hopefully we don't have that problem again. Oh, this time it's working. And I did raise the focus earlier, so you can see that piece is sticking up over at the top, but it should be okay. Oh Lord, these headphones are driving me crazy. Now this particular one that I'm rerunning here has got the 3 little cutouts in the middle.
There's a question in here about recommendations for a quality entry-level galvo and a CO2 laser. I believe you have an answer for the CO2, don't you?
Yeah, I don't have a link for it. Let me see if I can find it.
And Patrick was still here. He'd have the link for the galvo. Wow, thank you, Sergio. Appreciate that.
Here it is. Thank you, Sergio. $20 super sticker from Sergio. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I'm going to put that link for the CO2 in the comments. And that is RM laser. That's direct from the factory. It's the highest quality budget laser that you're going to get on the market. Now I want you to notice something else too on here is as this is moving, it's actually, you can see that ornament bouncing up and down, and that won't affect the outcome of the project. Can you see that moving?
I've noticed my air assist does that to mine too.
Link is not working.
Yeah, I tried to mention that earlier, but I didn't get a chance to.
I don't know why it's not working.
It says that it's working on yours and mine, but not the LMR in Patrick's page channel.
Yeah, it looks like I'm having server issues tonight, so it is the right link. Always going to have issues when we're on a live stream. Well, while that's finishing up, I'm going to go take a look and see what's going on.
This ornament that I did is pretty simple to pull apart and do this with. You just make a copy of the ornament, and I just removed all the little garbage out of the inside that I could, just so it left an outline of the piece, and then just made that into a trace line. on the laser, and then turn the other one into a cut, and then I just made a backer piece into an ornament the same size, and that's how I did it. It was pretty simple.
Okay, so it looks like it's just the shortened links that's not working. I'll put that link back in here. That is for the laser. So that one will work. And let me come back over here. It's actually a different website, so I have to go over there. So you're saying that the link for the files wasn't working?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then V said the slashes were the wrong way.
No, they're not.
It shouldn't be, because I copied your link and put it on mine.
Yeah, no, they're not. Okay, so here is the direct link to the downloads. And there, my project is just finished. So I'll go show you that. So this is side 1 over here, and this is side 2. See how they both came out exactly the same? I didn't brush these off yet. I should have probably done that first. There we go. Now I forgot which side is which. It's hard to tell. All right, so that is done. Turn that off. Yeah, it looks like the link is not working for certain people. Yeah, all of the links are the same, so I'm not quite sure what was happening there. Okay, good. Thank you. That CO2 link that I put there is to RM Laser, and I've had that J750 for about 2 months now, and it's gotten a lot of work, and it's just a fantastic laser. I mean, the parts on it are really nice. Everything on it is top quality, and not only that, but you're buying direct from the manufacturer. So RM Laser used to be an OEM brand only, and they sold to Europe and Australia to other companies that rebranded them, and they're still selling them at wholesale prices. So if you need a CO2, that is absolutely the way to go. All right, so where are we at? I'm going to go back over and show you the final products over here on the other workbench, and that is the door sign. So that door sign is 10.5 inches from one side to the other. And like I said earlier, these are all graphics that you've never seen before. They're all hand drawn. I drew these about 6 years ago. And there's, I forget how many now, like 11. Yeah, 11 Christmas ornaments and that big door sign. That door sign I did out of 7.5 millimeter MDF that had a white oak veneer on both sides. Came out really nice. And the other ones I did out of regular 3 millimeter birch.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah. So,
Get this.
Peter, it looks like there's some sort of DNS issue going on tonight. I'm sure that Cloudflare will get that worked out. But it is what it is. Let me see if I go back. Just out of my own curiosity. Yeah, it looks like the pretty links are not working right now. The download link worked fine, though, so I guess they're working on it. Oh, where am I? I'll have to worry about that after the live stream. Okay, so thank you, V. All right, so let's get into any Q&A. We're about 6 minutes past the end of our live stream tonight, but we never did a Q&A. So if there are any questions that you've got, now would be the time to ask. We won't be here too much longer tonight.
No, 6-7 minutes or less, and I'll have this ready to show. I'm just holding glue down.
Yeah, I will not be wearing these ever again.
Mine are falling out too. I got to keep adjusting.
Every time I do that, though, it either eliminates the background sound or it allows the background sound. So just got finished with my LaserMATIC making 40 leather keychains for a customer. Nice. Yeah, leather is nice because it's so fast. There's another new name, Desert Flowers. Welcome.
Hey, hey.
How do you get the RM1390 through a doorway? I don't think you do. That's more like
a sawzall and a hammer.
Yeah. It's doing it again.
Or if your neighbor has a chainsaw.
I'm about to pull these out and switch to my speaker. In fact, I'm going to do that right now because this is really driving me crazy. Oh, actually, I can do it in the software here. Let's see, audio. There we go. So now that should be coming out of my speaker. Say something, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you
okay,
hear me good?
so it's working.
Yeah, all right, good.
Yeah, I hear you fine. Glad to have those out. Don't forget to change your clocks. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, yeah.
That means I have to change the graphic too, because the GMT time changes too. Have you tried Raycons for earphones? I'm using Galaxy Buds 6 that go with my phone, and they were like over $200. They work great for like music and everything else, but sitting in here, every time I like smile or something, it changes the audio quality. What kind of glue are you using, Jeremy?
Apparently not very good stuff at the moment. It's everything but these last couple have been causing me fits. It is. Where did I put it? I just shared that with somebody the other day. It's close. Desert
Flowers is asking, I was wondering if you can engrave with a Mark II, how deep you can engrave the wood, as deep as you want. That project that I just showed you right there, that's 7.5 millimeter MDF that I cut out with the Mark II 20 watt. So you can engrave it as deep as you want. I don't like earbuds either. I use bone conductor headphones. I don't need headphones at all. I can just use the speakers, either the ones on my desk or the ones in the monitor. Right now I have them on the ones in the monitor. That works fine. But when that air filtration is on, I can't hear anything if I use speakers. Yeah, you're lucky, Fred. I wish they would get rid of the time change everywhere. That's another thing. I cannot smile. I guess I could do that. Jack says they make a pair of glasses with a built-in speaker. Not real expensive. I've seen those. They kind of clip around your ear. Jack says, hey, Jack, I didn't know you were even here. There's a new tool out for woodworking everyone's talking about. What is this laser engraver everyone is using?
Okay. That's because he uses a CNC machine.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Head hit the wall. That's
what would you recommend for an air cleaner that you cannot vent through a window? That's what I'm using right here. This is a filter box micro. It's very expensive, but right now there's not even the slightest hint of anything in the shop. I've done acrylic with it. I've done leather with it. You don't smell anything at all. It's made by Pat Technologies, and it's called the Filter Box Micro. And I think it's running on 60% power, and it gets everything out of the LaserMATIC. My laser manual says the core spot of the laser is 0.1 by 0.3 rectangular. Carving delicate models, it's recommended to use in the vertical direction. So a circular object comes out kind of oval. Not really. I don't have any circular objects. I can do a perfect circle on this LaserMATIC, which has a rectangular spot size. So, I mean, if you're talking about measuring it in the tens of thousands of an inch, maybe it would be slightly oval, but not anything that you would be able to recognize, because there is a kerf as well. So, are there any good lasers that are square? You can get a CO2 laser that has a round beam, but diode lasers, because of the physics of a diode, only come in a rectangular version.
I wonder if he's talking about the laser bed, because you have the XW and it's a longer one.
I'm using the Mark II 20 watt. It's not the XW.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, sometimes you have to break out the tight bond quick and thick when stuff doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah, tight bond is always good to use. I use Appel, which is a really inexpensive, clear glue that works just as well as tight bond. Hang on a second.
Well, there is my double layer. I just got my markers out and colored it real quick and glued it together. And that is this little file, all broke down and made into a nice little layered ornament. I don't know if I particularly care for the colors, but it's what I had in my marker box.
No, it looks cool. It's just an example anyway.
Yeah.
David says he has a chimney that's not being used. What do you think about venting through it? I would guess that it's probably, likely not going to work great, just because of the downdraft in it. You know, it's the fire that makes the chimney work. So the fire causes the updraft. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, the heat brings the smoke out.
Yeah, I don't think it would work great, but you can try it and see, and let us know.
Thank you, Sharon. I'm still holding my fingers down on the glue. The glue's not setting. There's one piece in the middle here there's something in it that's not cooperating.
I had mine on. I don't know what that means, William. I had mine on and could cut ovals. I don't know. You can also do a correction in Lightburn.
Thank you.
What does everyone prefer? Oh, well, that's a loaded question. I prefer diodes, CO2s, and fibers.
Mm-hmm. It depends on what you're doing. I mean, what do you want to do? You want to cut acrylic? Get a CO2. You want to cut wood? Get a diode. Well, you can cut that wood with a CO2, but engraving on the LaserMATIC's a lot better, a lot nicer looking.
Yeah, V says she likes the colors.
Yeah, I saw that.
Donnie says, I got your 10-watt laser library. It's a great start for my Algo DIY 10. Yeah, that 10-watt library took close to 700 hours to put together.
Yeah, Jack in the Shops. That's a good one. If you have a powerful enough fan, you can probably get.
Yeah. Hang on one second.
Oh, you're not down there. Sorry.
No. Rotary. Okay, so all right, William. So in Lightburn, they have the cylinder correction. So if you do the cylinder correction up front on the laser tools menu, you can change the oval to a circle. Now I get what you're saying. Wow, welcome. You're a little late. We're about to wrap it up, but glad to see you.
Okay, there it is one more time. It finally stuck. Little clear coat over that, probably be just fine.
Yeah, Jack, with an 8-inch inline fan, you'd probably get away with it. But other than that, I don't think so. He could get a long vent hose, attach it to the top of the. Yeah, that would work too. Yep, attach the exhaust up at the top. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I'm thinking that a chimney only vents when there's fire. You know. I'm fairly new to lasers, but I was wondering the best wood to use for engraving. I would like to do some Christian crosses to pass out to my churches in my area.
3mm plywood.
Yeah, well, if you're doing crosses, I don't know if you saw that one in the beginning that I did, but I mean, you can use the 3mm birch plywood is going to be good for anything, and you can stain it to get different looks. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you can use any type of 3-5mm wood, something like that, if you're doing like layers. But the wood really doesn't matter. I have a fan in the ceiling that draws air into the attic to smoke out the house and leaves the house from there. Okay. Oh, you just got the notification. Those went out at 3:00 this morning. Oh, you're not signed up for the email. You just got the notification on YouTube. Yeah, that's crazy that it would send it to you now an hour later, hour and 20 minutes later. Mm-hmm. Sharon says, when cutting inlays, I find that cutting in reverse lets the inlays fit better. Is that the way it should be? Well, typically, if you're doing an inlay, you're going to do a kerf offset. I have a video on that in my channel. So if you go to my channel and search for kerf, you'll find that video where I show you the difference, like the kerf between a foam board and a piece of wood and a piece of acrylic. They're all different kerfs.
I need to say something about my file.
Go ahead.
It is for the fiber laser, and it is a 60-watt fiber with a 220 lens. That's what those colors, the settings that are in there. So if you got a 200, 210, 220, just tweak it a little bit, play around with it, and you'll get some of those colors that I have in that photo. But it's a 60-watt, and it's a 220 lens in focus.
Okay.
Somebody was talking up there a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's always good to know. Just a change in lens size makes a big difference with a fiber laser. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. So yeah, he's probably right. That probably would be a fire hazard. You know, if you get like a regular inline fan, and you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get those kits for your dryer, where you can vent them out a window, and you just close your window on it. And they also have those little locking things you can put in the track so nobody can open the window. And they have the cutout for the 4-inch hose, the 4-inch dryer hose. If you're using a 4-inch, you know, that would work pretty well as well. In fact, I had that over here until I put the new air conditioner in. Now I use a cutout in the wall in the backside. Actually, now I'm using the filter box. Jim is saying,
no. You need a Swiffer. You got to get that little feather duster out of there. Get a Swiffer.
I love my Swiffer. Good night, Jack. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so we're at an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 21 minutes. Patrick has already left. He had a emergency that he had to go deal with. Jason is saying, no, Apple Air USA. So, yeah, so Rotoboss, for those of you who don't know, this is Jason from Rotoboss. They are just starting to sell Apple Air purifiers that vent to the indoors. So, Jason, I don't know if I have a link to that right now, but I think it's I don't think you can post a link. I think it's just search for Rotoboss or search for Rotoboss. I think they have a link on their website to their Apple Air website. Yeah. Yeah, those kits are really good. And I think I paid $14 for mine a few years ago. Best to have inline fan at the same height as the laser enclosure or higher, not below it. Yeah,
not necessarily. Mine's down here, underneath there, going out, and both of my lasers are up here. I don't get any smoke in my shop.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that affects the CFMs. I know the turns in the hose are going to affect the amount that it pulls. So it's best to have the least amount of turns as you possibly can. So out of this laser, I printed a 90-degree exhaust adapter for the back of this LaserMATIC, and the hose goes almost straight to the fume extractor.
Yeah, I don't even get any leather smell in here. I used to.
The fan should be at the furthest point for best results. Yes, it should be right at the exhaust. Absolutely, I agree with that.
That's where mine's at. The end of it's right sticking through the wall.
Yep. Okay, well, we're going to say an hour and 25 minutes. We're going to say good night to everybody. Yes, that's what I just said. No bend, as few rigid pipe. That's another good point right there, is that if you get the piping that's sheet metal, that's not, that doesn't have all the little bends in it, the expandable type, the sheet metal is actually the best. That's going to increase your CFMs quite a bit. All of those little ripples, they cause the CFMs to be lowered in your exhaust.
Yeah, there's too much drag inside that little line.
V says she made a window vent with a 6-inch dryer hose and vent. Just cut a 6-inch hole in an old shelf board and put it in the window. Yep. Yeah. You can do it with your laser. All right, Sergio. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
I see a lot of people saying good night.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to like the video, like Jim says. When you like the video, it helps the YouTube algorithm, and you're more likely to get notified next time we have one. We have a live stream every 2 weeks, and on a Saturday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So every 2 weeks, we'll be here 9 o'clock Eastern. Go to lasermakersrealm.com and you can click the newsletter. That is a notification newsletter that will be sent out to you every Saturday morning so that you don't forget. So you can sign up for a reminder there. And that's it. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Bye, everybody.